Welcome to episode 4, the 2-minute warning. Week 6 NFL predictions. Jay, what you got?
First matchup, Texans versus Titans. I got Titans. They're undefeated. Texans are struggling. Still new coach. They did just come off of a win, but Titans are just steamrolling. Derrick Henry. Tannehill found the right system for him. Titans 27-20.
That's a good pick. Deshaun Watson's still trying to wait, or we're waiting for him to show up this season. Paying a lot of money. Texans are paying a lot of money. If there was a time for him to show up, it'd be this week. But I don't think it's going to happen. I got the Titans by 30-20, by 10.
Rams versus Eagles. Eagles are struggling. Rams seem pretty solid. Sean McVay, top 5 coach in the league. I don't know. I feel like the Eagles are a wild card team. They're obviously struggling. They have injuries. Carson Wentz, we don't know. I feel like they could beat anyone and lose to anyone. But I'm going to take the safe bet and go with the Rams by 24-14.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. I got the Rams. I don't have any faith, personally, in Carson Wentz. I got the Rams by 2 scores.
A more tough matchup, Falcons versus Vikings. Both struggling teams, both solid quarterbacks, both solid receivers. But they're just not putting up wins. Falcons defeated. Vikings only got 1 win. I'm going to have to go with, I think Matt Ryan and Julio Jones are just due for a win here. I'm going to take the Falcons in a close game.
That game's tough, like you said. I think Kirk Cousins is going to work well this week. Again, Matt Ryan's so inconsistent. He could have a day where he throws 400 yards and wins by 10 points, 2 scores, whatever. But I have to go with the way they've been playing. I'm going to go with the Vikings by a touchdown.
Browns versus Steelers. Steelers still undefeated. Chase Claypool coming off a 4-touchdown game. Browns are 4-1. That's unexpected. I'm going to still take the Steelers because they're at home. But if the Browns do come out and win this, playoff bound 100%. But I'm going to take the Steelers in a close game.
That whole Chase Claypool thing was awesome. Got to hand it to him. But what are the odds that type of thing happens again? Super unlikely. I'm a huge fan of Baker Mayfield. He's been doing a great job this year, finally playing good football. I got the Browns by a field goal. OBJ's going to have a big game and maybe even catch a touchdown pass from Jarvis Landry again.
All right. Bengals versus Colts. Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Colts at home. Isn't a great matchup. Neither team is on fire. I mean, the Colts are doing pretty good, but I still don't know if that's a lock-in playoff team. But I'm going to still take the Colts at home versus a poor surrounded Joe Burrow.
Bengals, Colts. Colts aren't a great team, but they're a solid team this year. Phillip Rivers having an okay season. I think Joe Burrow deserves his first win against a decent team, which I think he'll get this week over the Colts. I think Phillip Rivers is going to be good for 2 or 3 picks, which will help the Bengals and their pretty bad team overall get a 1-touchdown win over the Colts. Joe Burrow gets a 2nd win of his career in the NFL.
Fair enough. Lions versus Jaguars. Matt Stafford, Gardner Minshew, Jaguars at home. They're both tanking. Well, Minshew will refuse to tank, so I'm going to go with the Jaguars.
I gotta take the same team there. I've watched the Jags play a game or 2 this season, and even though they're not a good team, they got a couple offensive weapons. And DJ Chark is one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they got a new guy. Anyway, Gardner Minshew refuses to, like you said, to do anything but try to win. He's great at doing whatever it takes. So I got the Jags by 2 scores. They're gonna have a big day. Bears and Pack. No, that is not Panthers. Bears and Panthers.
Oh, Bears and Panthers. I'm going to take Nick Foles. They only got 1 loss. Nick Foles is...
Nick Foles.
Yeah.
He's Nick Foles. He's the GOAT. Bears. You know, I like Teddy Bridgewater, not gonna lie, but Nick Foles is Nick Foles. Yeah. Nick Foles and the Bears by 14. 2 touchdown win.
I think it'll be a little closer.
Yeah.
I think between a field goal and a touchdown, 1 score.
Gotcha.
Washington football team versus the Giants. This might determine who gets Trevor Lawrence in the draft. I'm going to take the Washington football team just because Alex Smith is back. If they had Dwayne Haskins, I would take the Giants, but I'm going to go with the Washington football team due to Alex Smith.
I really don't see the Giants winning a game, But last week they played Dallas really well. Dallas defense is weak. The Redskins football team, honestly, defense isn't strong, but they do have Chase Young. I still think the Giants are going to get their first win, despite Alex Smith. Respect to him coming back after 2 years off the field. Giants win their first game on a walk-off, end of the fourth quarter field goal.
Right. Broncos versus Patriots. Cam Newton is looking like MVP Cam.
Got COVID, though. Who knows what's going to happen with
I
it?
think he's playing this weekend.
Okay.
Versus the Broncos, who was on their 17th quarterback. If Drew Lock was in the game, it'd be different, but Broncos just kind of lost hope, it seems like, this season. I'm going to go with the Patriots, Cam Newton at home.
Yeah, Patriots by 10. Broncos just kind of unorganized. Not unorganized, but kind of lost team right now with the quarterback situation. I say Patriots by 10.
Jets and Dolphins. Joe Flacco starting for the Jets. Sam Darnold's out still. Ryan Fitzpatrick, I mean, he's inconsistent, but there's a good chance he'll do his regular thing and throw for 300 yards, a pair of touchdowns, and win at home against the Jets, who just lost Le'Veon Bell.
Right, Miami's looking like a pretty good team. I mean, playoffs probably not for them because they have the Bills, Patriots ahead of them in the division, but Miami looked like a solid team. I'm going to take them over the Jets for sure by, 14 points.
Now for one of the tougher matchups, Packers versus Bucs. The GOAT versus some cheesehead. Aaron Rodgers having the season of his freaking career. Tom Brady's at home. They've been struggling. I'm going to take the Packers. They got themselves figured out. The Bucs, I still think, are a solid team. They'll make the playoffs, but it's too soon for them to take on a matchup like that.
Yeah, this is a big game. Tom Brady wants to prove that he still can play at a high level. Winning this game would certainly do that for him. Packers are hot. Packers are an NFC title-looking team this season. I don't see the Bucs winning this football game, but they'll keep it close. Tom Brady doesn't lose by a lot. I say Packers by a touchdown just because of how good Aaron Rodgers is, but if the Bucs win, I don't see that as unlikely, and I think that'll be big for that team.
Yeah. Rams versus Niners. Everyone on the Niners is broken. The reigning rookie defensive player of the year. Nick Bosa's out. Jimmy Garoppolo, who knows? Raheem Mostert, inconsistent. I'm going to take the Rams. They know they're not guaranteed star-powered, but they know what they're doing. Go with the Rams in a close game.
Yeah, I think, was it last week we watched Miami beat the Niners by who knows how much?
Several scores.
Yes, so that's a Niners team that is not the way they should be coming off of last season. They got who knows how many of their starters are even still on the field. We got injuries. We got a whole bunch of mess of stuff for the 49ers. The Rams are looking solid. They got the Rams by 3 scores. Not a close game.
All right. Chiefs versus Bills. They both just came off of a loss. The Bills, they didn't look great against the Titans. They kind of looked foolish. Not all of it was due to Josh Allen. A couple of stupid turnovers. But Patrick Mahomes, I've never seen that man lose twice in a row. So I'm going to take the Chiefs over the Bills. Both just coming off a loss. Patrick Mahomes, go.
Yeah, both quarterbacks coming off tough losses. I think both are going to come in that game fired up. I'd start them if you got either of them on your fantasy roster. They're both going to come out here and throw 300-plus yards. But Chiefs aren't going to lose this game. I see it as a high-scoring shootout. Both teams going to score upwards of 30 points, but I got the Chiefs by a score.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Chiefs by 10, actually.
Okay.
And I think I'd take it by more if the Bills run at home. But Chiefs by 10. And the last one, Monday Night Football, Cardinals versus Cowboys. Kyler Murray versus Andy Dalton. Saying it now, Andy Dalton's going to win that game and win the division and take the Cowboys to the playoffs.
Andy Dalton's a better quarterback than some people may give him credit for, but that Cowboys defense can't dismiss that as super weak. Kyler with the Cardinals and DeAndre are going to click this game. Again, going to be a high-scoring game, I think, but I got Cardinals 31, Cowboys 27. Cowboys lose yet another game.
I'm going to take Cowboys 27, Cardinals 20.
Sounds good. 2-minute warning.
I'm gonna win.
Out.